Welcome to the Red Hot Reds podcast presented by All Gloves Off Media. I'm Roger, that's Ricky. We have today a special guest that we were able to land thanks to Ricky. Really appreciate you reaching out to him. Our first Cincinnati Reds organization player, a guy that has been awesome, outstanding, 2025 Southern League All-Star, and now is going to participate in the 2025 Arizona Fall League. Reliever Trevor Kuncl. And I mean, his story has been really crazy, and we're really appreciative of all the time and telling the stories that he has for us. And it's just been great. We're really pulling for him. A guy that, like, I don't know, man, like it's just it warms your heart to see that a guy is having the success he's had because of the twists and turns of his journey. But it's just amazing, and we really appreciated him coming on the show to talk to us and answer our silly questions. So, Ricky, without further ado, let's start the show.
Let's go.
Now batting for the Reds, number 44, the shortstop, Billy Cruz.
Here are your hosts, Ricky Logan and Roger Straz.
All right, welcome to the Red Hot Reds pod. I'm Roger, that's Ricky, and today we have a special guest joining us, our first player from the Reds organization, a guy that is a 2025 Southern League All-Star and also a participant in the 2025 Fall League in Arizona coming up. We're really appreciative of his time and ability to come talk to us about his story, a little bit about what happened this year with Chattanooga, and what's possibly going to happen in the future for him. So please welcome to the show, Mr. Trevor Kuncl. Yeah, clap. And really, we are really appreciative. We're just, a small operation here, just trying to create Reds content. We're really appreciative that you'll be able to answer some questions from us and whatnot. Yeah. And our usual main first question that we ask all our guests is, what is your first baseball memory or your favorite baseball memory?
Oh, man. I'd say my first baseball memory ever was when I was growing up. My dad coached Brian Roberts, who was a player in the show for a long time, Orioles and Yankees, and yeah. Brian's dad actually coached my dad in college. So when I was younger, we were living in Boston at the time. We went down to go see him, and he gave me a bat in the stands, and I was so pumped about it. And that's probably the first memory I have.
How old were you?
Of baseball? 4 or 5 maybe.
Wow.
Okay. Pretty young, but like that stuck with me. I've wanted to be on the other side of it, so working to get there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've seen some of your social media that you've given out some baseballs and whatnot in your time at Chattanooga and whatnot. And you got a good following and whatnot. So, yeah, Brian Roberts, he's a heck of a player. I remember him in Baltimore. I'm my age because Ricky and I were in our 30s. But I remember Baltimore Orioles Brian Roberts at second base there. So shout out to him. But, yeah, that's awesome. Did you grow up a Reds fan? I know you're from Cincinnati, right? So
I just had my players that I liked watching. Like I really liked watching Nomar Garciaparra. Like I grew up, I was a shortstop. I loved watching Brian. I went to a lot of Reds games. I did. We went to the playoff game against the Phillies. Like I love seeing Cincinnati in playoff environments. So I'm really hoping they can pull it out this weekend and get that again.
For sure. We're almost there, man. Game out. Let's. Good vibes. Let's send good vibes to the boys.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. I don't know why I kept thinking Washington for some reason, but you're from Philadelphia originally, correct? And you moved to Cincinnati and at 9 years old. And you went to St. X. So what was your childhood like, and what did your high school career look like?
Childhood, but just I played a lot of baseball. Baseball, I played fall and spring. kind of dabbled with football a little bit, but I think going into high school I was like 5'3", $120. So playing with them St. X boys, that football was not going to be a thing. I got to St. X. I played water polo, I swam, and I played baseball my freshman year. And then sophomore year, I was like, I think baseball is what I want to go try to play college in. So I went and did that. And St. X, I played shortstop. Um, I think I started off varsity my sophomore year, which I was super pumped about. And then my senior year, I was just kind of screwing around and I was throwing. And one of our assistant coaches, Andy DePiel, he came up to me and he was like, "When you go to college, do not ever let them know what you can do on the mound because you'll never hit again." And I was like, "Sounds good." And I ended up going to college and I was struggling hitting. My first couple at bats, I faced Logan Gilbert and Andrew Abbott, and I was like, "Oh dear God, like this is not fun." And I just wanted to get on the field, and that's how I started pitching. So they just kind of let me rock.
Nice. Did you pitch at St. X at all, or was it just
A little bit? Yeah, I threw. I kind of just came in at the end of the game, pull them in from shortstop. See, go throw some heaters by. Go see if you can throw some heaters by some guys.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you did mention you went to George Washington University in DC.
Mm-hmm.
How did you decide going to school there? Like, what was the thought process? Did you get a lot of offers? Was this like a good mix of education and baseball?
Yeah, I made a decision pretty quick. Um, I took visits to Columbia. I kind of walked around at UC. UC I didn't really get anything from. And then GW, I mean, it's a great school. I really didn't even know a whole lot about it before I went and saw it, but I went to the campus. I mean, it's like my dorm. I was 5 blocks from the Lincoln Memorial, and I was another like 8 blocks the other direction from the White House. And I went and saw it. I was like, this place is sick. I'm going here. It's a great school too, and I have the opportunity to, compete for a job. So I was like, this looks like fun. Get in the city a little bit. Decided now the city's not for me, but but it was a good time for college. Just kind of try it out.
Yeah, you mentioned how you kind of struggled your first few at bats in college. How was your first pitching performances? How'd they go?
Um, Honestly, I think they went pretty well. In my head they went well. Um, but I was doing some funky stuff. I was throwing from 3 different arm slots. So like the catcher would call it. So I'd throw over top, from the side, and then down low. This was for lefties, and then these two are for righties. Catcher would call it. And I just really had no idea what I was doing. Um, and then I went home one summer and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out. And I just watched so much YouTube. And then I came back to school and I was like, hey, hear me out. I just want to throw from here. I think I can figure out a bunch of other stuff. And it's just been kind of a growing process ever since then.
Hey, it looks like it's going pretty well. I mean, your first minor league season, you make the All-Star team for the Southern League. So,
Yeah.
For being a relatively young pitcher, I mean that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
The Brewer starter today, Quinn Priester.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of did the same thing you did. He self-taught himself how to pitch, watched YouTube videos, did slow-mo videos, and it seems to be working out for him. He's won 19 consecutive starts.
Yeah, that's insane.
How did your coaches? Yeah, how'd your coaches receive you coming to them saying, "Hey, I want to do this full time"?
I honestly think my pitching coach was like, all right. He was like, I came at him. I was like, I want to do this. And he was like, well, all right, if you're bought in, then go for it.
Okay, so they're receptive. They weren't like trying to talk you out of it or anything like
No.
that. That's cool. That's good that they're going there. And yeah, how was he as a pitching coach? Was he just kind of like, leaving it to yourself to figure it out, or was he pretty good in informing you?
No, he was pretty good. My 5th year, which was kind of when I made that, we got a new pitching coach, Tyler Kavanaugh, and he was like I don't know, the way he broke it down for me about like where I needed to go with things. I mean, I was so appreciative of it. I think before that year, I had thrown like, I want to say it was like 80% heaters. Like I just could not figure out a slider at all. And he was like, "We're gonna fix and get that thing in the zone, and then we'll be good." And it's actually now it's my best pitch. So
oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, I was just excited to kind of, I don't know, get some swing and miss maybe. Like that's what I was going for. I was like, I got to get something.
Yeah,
But,
that's got to be a great feeling to get those swing and misses. And was this about the same time like you were working with driveline baseball to
No, not at all.
Oh, before that?
Yeah, so that was before. That was in college. And then after college, I just went directly into independent ball. I actually played at the Florence Y'all's place. That was where I made my first ever appearance. But after that season, I was like, all right, if I'm going to do this indie ball thing, like I got to go full in. And my parents were actually moving out to Seattle, and they were like, hey, if you want, you can come live with us and go to Driveline just because it's closer. And I didn't have to go, spend Washington rent or Arizona rent where the other two, where the other ones are. And I was like, all right. And I went in there, and my coach, Matt Kress, I mean, he completely revamped. I was throwing a sinker. Don't do that anymore because I don't know why I was doing that, to be perfectly honest with you. Because when I throw, I have a little bit of cut to my ball. So it's just not helping myself. And then he added a sweeper and a splitter. And we just, we didn't really do a whole lot of velo work just because I had that. They were just more teaching me how to recover. And so I'm not just like pushing the end cap all the time, just being able to have full throttle when I need to. And I mean, thank the world for that guy because I would not be here without him.
And now you said that was after you graduated and you were in Indie Ball Frontier League.
Oh, that's 20. Awesome. It was like the off season of 23, I think.
23. Okay, yeah. And then, and how is adding those two pitches, helped your arsenal? Like, is it just being able
so much,
change it up for
just being able to have more options is always great. You got to have the hitter worry about as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you finish your college career, you go 6-3, 26 saves, 117 strikeouts, and 122 innings. Sounds pretty good to me. But you weren't drafted, like you said, you went to indie ball. How was the indie ball experience for you?
I mean, it's not as nice, obviously, as affiliate baseball, but I mean, I've met some of my lifelong friends there. It's just like you are in it, and like all the guys are there. They are playing because they love the game. There's a lot of guys that are, I mean, at least in the league that I played in, like we had former big leaguers, like we had a lot of AA, AAA guys. So I just kind of got thrown into the fire. You just got to figure it out because, I mean, with indie ball too, it's cutthroat. Like you don't perform for a week, like take it to the house. Like they're not afraid to, because those managers they have to win or they don't have jobs. So I mean, the turnover is crazy. I think my first year, like a week in, I had just met everybody and I was pretty confident. I knew everyone's name. And then like we had a new roster. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? But it was a great experience. You get to meet a whole bunch of people you would never think you would meet, and long bus rides. I mean, we played a Thursday night game in Quebec, and we finished and got on the bus at 1 a.m. and drove to Cleveland and played on Friday night.
Okay,
so these 6-game sets are a blessing these days.
Oh, yeah.
Like you have to play a team 6 times in a row, and that's hard in its own right, but you don't have to worry about the bus lag is what we called it. It's like you're just sleeping on the bus.
Could only imagine that.
Yeah, and you were mentioning like getting a whole new roster. Are these guys just getting cut, or are some of these guys getting signed to affiliate teams or traded?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
There are some guys that will just get kind of picked off by affiliate teams, and then some of them are getting released, and then we get some new college guys. Or if there's a big bunch of releases from affiliate ball, a lot of times they'll just kind of like pick at them, and you kind of get to hear everybody's experiences around too. So kind of know what you're getting into before you do.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a lot of turnover potentially just in what you guys play like 6 months as well. Just like
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's like close to 100 games, like 96 maybe.
Okay.
Plus playoffs, but yeah,
Yeah.
not quite the game load, but it's a grind.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you got to take these bus trips all the way from Quebec.
St. Louis to Quebec.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that's crazy. You did have an outstanding season as well for the Frontier League All-Star in was that 2024, I believe. A 5-out save in the All-Star game and hit 103 on the gun. Like how was that night for you?
That was maybe the most adrenaline I've ever had in my life. Quebec is one of the coolest places I've ever played. They pack it out, and it's these like metal bleachers, and they just stomp like crazy on them. And it's a turf mound too, so you can like kind of feel the ground moving below you. And then it's like, I mean, it's the All-Star game too. It's like, people are there to watch, and you get all jacked up. And I don't know what happened. I didn't throw a heater under 99. It was the hardest I've ever thrown in my life.
You attribute that to like the crowd and the atmosphere, like just.
Oh yeah, I love it. Like we were in when we played in Birmingham in the playoffs, like there weren't a ton of people there, but there was enough to like, feel the juice. And I was right back up to like 98, 99 the whole time, and I was like, oh well, I know it's in the tank. You just gotta dig for it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because we always, hear from like, I mean, this week, is PAC GAPP, that kind of movement and whatnot. I know you guys play a lot of games and you're supposed to treat every game like it's the same, just try to like have that same level mentality. But like, it's cool to hear that you guys get juiced up if you hear a crowd behind you like that.
Oh yeah.
That makes us feel like we're a part of the game because we're helping you guys get to where, like that 103.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy, man, to see that.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I can't even describe it. It's just like you get a crazy rush and you're like, all right, now it's time to do my job, and here we go.
Dang. And then to throw that over the plate, that's
the 103
awesome.
was not over the plate. Well, let's get that clear. It was way up in arm side. But I did have a couple in the hundreds over the plate.
Okay, all right, fair.
I have no 2 count. I let it rip.
So I wanted to get back to this. You said you were a shortstop, right?
Yeah.
So how were your throws across the diamond? I'm sure they had to notice your arm from that.
Yeah, I mean, they've always been good. When I got to college, they immediately threw me to third base. And my freshman year, I did a lot of like defensive replacement stuff. So I actually ended up playing every position in college except for center field. Never got to center field. I don't know if you can tell by my appearance, not that fast. So they didn't put me out there. But they stuck me in the corners. I had a couple outfield assists. It was fun. No one tried to run on me when I caught. That I was pissed about. I really wanted somebody to, but
that's cool.
I know it's kind of fun. You got to see all the different facets of it, and I like to kind of talk to the guys about it. It helps me build relationships with my teammates, and just like I just have questions, so I like to go talk to them.
Yes. So last year you were invited to spring training with the Rangers. Got in with a release, but you go to the Mexican club, Aguilas de Mexicali, for winter ball. How was that playing in the Mexican League? And how when you got a call from Cincinnati later that year, how was that experience?
Well, that whole year was a whirlwind. So I went to spring training with the Rangers. I got released. They just didn't have spot. Sometimes they just pick up guys and they're like, all right, well, like we'll just see if like injuries, whatever, we like to have them here. Whatever, it didn't work out. It's fine. I went and played indie ball with the Crushers again. So I signed a 1 year with them. We got to the playoffs. We played the wild card game and then the next round. And then I got off the bus and they're like, hey, we traded you to the Atlantic League. So I was like about ready to drive from Cleveland to Seattle to go back and get going. So then I ended up going from Cleveland to Philly, or Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So like not too far away from Philly. I went and played there and played in the playoffs. And then I drove all the way back, and within, I think it was my last day of driving, my agent called me and he was like, hey, great season. You want to go play in Mexico? And I was like, not really. Like, I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I think it's a really good opportunity for you. And I was like, all right, like, you got to let me talk to my family. So I went and I talked to my mom and my mom and my dad, and they were both like, why would you do that? Like, why would you go to Mexico? And I was like, yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't know anything about the city. Like, I don't know what's going on. And my agent goes, he's like, hey, like, this, if you want to go play affiliate baseball, like, you need to go prove that you can do it down there. And I was like, sign me up. So then a day later, like, I was home for 48 hours, maybe. I flew down to Tucson because they have like a summer training, which is like their version of spring training because it's winter ball. And they told me, they're like, hey, we want you to throw against the Royals Instructs team for summer training. We're going to drive up to Surprise and do that. And when I was on the runway going down to Tucson, I got a text from the Reds, and they were like, hey, when can we come see you throw? And I was like, well, I'm actually throwing in Surprise against the Royals Instructs team if you want to come watch there. So we ended up getting a couple teams to come watch there, and I get on the mound and I'm like, all right, this is the Royals Instructs team, and then there's just this gigantic human being that gets in the box, and I was like, there's no way that this is the Instructs team. Like, what are they feeding them at this complex? And he hit me with like one of these like little turns, and it was Nelson Velasquez. So I ended up throwing against the Royals like stay ready team, like for the playoffs. And I threw pretty well. And then after that, the Reds were like, they offered me a contract, and I was all over it. And then I went down to Mexico after that and threw, I think it was like 13 or 14 outings. It was quick. It was barely down there for a month, and then flew home.
Well, yeah, I saw that you held like 9 or 10 holds down there for stats. Yeah. So it had some pretty good outings. So, like, what was that experience to pitch in Mexico like?
I mean, they love baseball down there. They love it. I mean, granted, the weather's a little bit nicer, right? You can go out during the winter, but sometimes I felt like I was at a nightclub that just like happened to have a baseball game going on.
Sure.
Like, it's so different down there. Like, they'll play music through the pitch. Like, they play, like, at the ballpark at Great American, right? Like, they cut songs up into, like, little pieces. Like, in Mexico, they just play the whole song. They just throw out the whole at-bat. Like, the walk-up songs are just, like, your song for your at-bat. It's just, like, so different. Like, there's so much, like, video board stuff. And, I mean, it was a really cool experience. Like, I'd never been a part of anything quite like that.
It kind of sounds like European football mixed with like Savannah Bananas, but not like the bad part of Savannah Bananas. If that makes any sense.
There's no dancing or anything like that. But like you see guys in the bullpen that are just like watching the video board. Like it's like a reality TV show on the video board. It's crazy.
They're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians while a game's going on.
Yeah. Like, you can't really see anything from the bullpen regardless, so like might as well do something to keep yourself entertained. Sometimes you'll talk to the outfielders that speak English. You just like get a little English in every once in a while.
Speak sometimes.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Well, Rick, I don't know, you want this one? Sorry.
Oh no, you got it.
All right, so now you're with the Reds. You signed with them in November 2024. You spent spring training with them. How was that experience in being with the Reds system for spring training?
Oh, it's been great. I've loved every bit of it. Ever since I even like stepped in the door, like it's always people that are willing to try to help you improve, and they want you to be the best version of yourself. So whatever it takes for you to do that, like, yes, they have their things that they want you to do here and there. But for the most part, it's like, hey, like, why you got to do what you got to do to be your best version, and just go do it. And I actually I was throwing in spring. I threw a decent amount of times in spring training, but one of our coordinators, Todd, after I threw against the Rangers, I was throwing my slider a little bit more, just because like I knew the hitters there, like I had seen them, I'd faced them. I was like, I can get him with this. So like I was throwing that a lot, and he came up to me. He's like, hey man, like I really like that pitch. Like I need you to throw that a lot. And then I just kind of like took that into the season, and like I had great success. So like I attribute a lot of that to him, because in indie ball, I was like, I'm throwing this heater. I'm gonna get it by you. I'm just gonna keep throwing it. But I feel like I've kind of matured as an actual pitcher this year. And our pitching coach in Chattanooga was so helpful with that too. He's just like, if I asked him, I could be like, hey, like, what do you think about me throwing right on right splitters? Or like, what do you think about me throwing sweepers to lefties? Like, what are your thoughts on it? And then we can kind of craft a game plan, not necessarily for a particular hitter, but just like for me to go out and do my job. And I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, speaking on Chattanooga, like how was that feeling to get that assignment to go to Double A out of camp? Like how'd they
so pumped.
You?
I was so pumped. My like after the Rangers, I was like, when I came here, I was like, I have to be untouchable all spring, or else I'm going to get sent home again. Right. So when they told me I was going to Chattanooga, I was over the moon. I was so excited. I thought if I was going anywhere, I was going to go to Dayton, but they ended up just saying like, hey, go to Chat and go do your thing. And I had so much fun. Our team was so good in the first half. Holy cow. We had Sal Stewart, we had Hector, we had Ruben Ibarra. He hit 21 homers this year. Yep. I mean, goodness gracious. And then you have like Jay Allen and Ethan O'Donnell, and I mean Austin Hendrick. That guy came back swinging. Holy cow!
Yeah, we got not to call him out, but Ricky's a real big Austin Hendrick stan over there. So I heard
I'm probably his biggest fan on Twitter. I pump him up whenever I can. He deserves it.
He is the greatest human being ever. He's the nicest dude. You just want nothing but success for him, and getting to see it. I mean, we went to Knoxville and that new ballpark, and that's just Austin Hendrick Park. He loves that place. It's so exciting when we got to go there. You're like, oh, he's hitting a homer. It's gonna be sick.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, and you guys ended up going into the playoffs as well, right? So like,
yeah, we did.
How was that experience to play, meaningful baseball?
Oh, I can't ask for anything more. You know, you play 142 games, and then that's the icing. So you want it to last as long as you can. But I mean, unfortunately, Birmingham's a really, really good team.
Good team.
They have some crazy arms. Like I think Tuesday when we ended up coming back and winning that game, but outside of one lefty that was throwing 95, they didn't have a guy that touched the mound, a right-hander that touched the mound that did not throw anything above 98. Like their starter was sitting 100 to 101. And then they brought in another guy that was throwing 98 to 100, and then they had a lefty come in that was throwing 95, and I was like, what do you want these guys to do? But then they, I mean, goodness, they put it together, and that game was so fun.
Yeah, well, you guys had a good run for sure.
Yeah.
It looked great.
And not to make it about him again, but Austin Hendrick just had a great series. Series with the home runs that he had.
Oh my God.
And kind of going back to you a little bit, because you deserve your props too. Your first minor league season, you become a Southern League All-Star. You go 4-0, 2.34 ERA, 20 saves. What do you think was the biggest key just for you this year?
Just kind of being myself, honestly. As cliche as that sounds, I got to go do what I'm good at, and the rest will take care of itself. I just got to take care of my day to day, and I mean, I know I got 8 guys behind me that are going to give it their all. And I mean, it's hard to be a pitcher without those guys behind you. And they stepped up when it mattered the most, and had a great year because of it.
Yeah, I mean, you're the closer. Like, is the mantra, because we hear that sometimes passed around, like it's not necessarily always about your stuff, but like mentality is huge for like a closer just coming into the game. The last 3 outs, it takes more than just having plus stuff. It takes more than that. Do you kind of agree with that kind of line of thinking?
I mean, I like to think I have good stuff, but I think I just love the chaos, to be honest with you. Like, it's just, I like being thrown into the fire, whether that's bases loaded or whether that's the 9th inning. Like, I don't know. I just get juiced up. I get excited. It's
Really?
like, yeah. I'm just like, all right, I get to go do my job. Like, this is fun. I love playing baseball. I love watching baseball. Like, every time I get the chance to get on the mound, like, I'm just pumped up. I just want to play.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be so pumped about bases loaded coming in, but man, I guess
It's just fun. It's fun.
It takes a different mindset for a closer, right? Like you're so confident in getting these 3 outs, right, or 1 out, whatever you need.
You just gotta trick yourself, you know. It's like this is fun. Like, I got nothing to lose.
All right, hey, that's a good attitude to have, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's led to your success, so I mean, keep on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of that success, you've been selected to participate in the Arizona Fall League for the Peoria Javelinas or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts, and you have any goals or any? I guess you're just going to kind of keep that same kind of spirit that you had this season going into this Fall League.
Yeah, definitely going to take it as an opportunity to work on some stuff too. But I mean, being given the opportunity to go out there and compete against, the top prospects in baseball, like, hell yeah, I'll do that. You kidding me? Like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily there's a couple guys that I have played with in the past, whether that was in the Cape or actually one of my high school teammates is on a different team, Wyatt Hudipole.
Okay.
Cincinnati guy. He'll be playing in it too, but just being able to like reconnect with those guys too is super exciting. And then we got guys on our team that are like 19 years old, like Ethan Salas and then Duno. And also I saw Duno in person for the first time today.
Oh, yeah?
He is gigantic. He is a massive human being. He could be a linebacker for the Bengals.
Oh man, really?
He is huge.
And he's 19, man. That's insane.
I was like, I heard he was big, but like, holy cow, he is ripped too. But I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do. I've been kind of following his year, which, holy cow, he had a great year.
Yeah, what a year he had.
And now he gets to hit in Arizona, so hopefully that plays for the power a little bit more.
Yeah, with the home runs he had, that was in Florida. Like you don't hit a whole lot of home runs in Florida, or at least in like that area.
League, yeah.
All the big league ballparks too.
Yeah. I got
one more about Arizona Fall League. Sorry, like you guys, are you there currently? Are you looking to practice soon? Like what does that look to day? Because I know you guys don't play exactly every single day, but you got like a program or something that you guys got set up for you guys to follow?
Yeah, I'm actually staying at the complex in Goodyear right now. So every morning I just go. Like tomorrow I have live at bats. I'll face Balcazar and Collier, which will be fun because I got to play with them all year.
Yeah,
so I get to play with them, have a little mess talk back and forth. But get to do that on tomorrow and then Tuesday, and then I believe we go up to Peoria and we have workouts and then meetings and all of that stuff, kind of before the year starts I think it starts Wednesday. So we have all of that, but I live like I could throw a baseball onto field 5. So it's not too bad.
Nice. And like everyone's like all there, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know, to me it feels like kind of like a collegial feeling, like college feeling, where you're kind of all housed in the same kind of similar area, hanging out together probably each night, whatnot. Like, are you looking forward to hanging out with the guys, Leo and
Absolutely.
Cam?
Absolutely. Cam is one of my favorite people I've ever played with. And he lives right next door, and sometimes he'll just come knock on my door, come say what's up. We just like watching baseball, kind of shooting it back and forth, and he likes to talk to me, but he likes to pick my brain on. We like to sit here and kind of go through sequences, and it's really fun having another guy like that just loves watching baseball, loves talking about the game, and it's so fun. And now he's right next door, so I can just go knock on his door and be like, "Hey, dude, you want to watch?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, I'll be over."
Yeah, you can kind of like get the perspective, like what would he look for in this situation? Because he's a really good hitter. It's like what would he look for in this situation, so that could change what you would throw in that situation, and vice versa for him. Yeah. Like, so that's cool, man. Cam's like a good dude.
Great dude.
A good friend of mine, Greg Kuffner. He's Reds Daily 4 on Twitter. He did a Q&A with him, I think, last year, and that was a real cool interview.
Yeah.
I want to do something a little different. I didn't put this in the notes, Roger, but
yeah, you're good. Go off.
I got rapid fire for you.
right.
Nothing crazy, but
right.
it's only like 4 or 5 questions.
Sounds good.
Pre-game meal.
Oh, whatever they provide for us. Usually like a smoothie or something.
Any superstitions?
My right shoe has to go on before my left shoe every time.
And then your go-to song while you're warming up?
I used Halfway to Hell by Jelly Roll this year.
Okay. Favorite ballpark outside of the Reds?
Probably Wrigley.
That's a good one.
And I guess we'll go with the final rapid fire. If an ice cream truck pulled up right outside your door, what would your ice cream be?
It would have to be a Grater's Black Raspberry Chip.
Hey, there's a Cincinnati guy.
There we go.
Shout out Graders, man.
Yeah.
We actually had a campaign because, like if they get 11 strikeouts, they get free pizza. But we think we should try to lobby the Reds. So if you get 11 strikeouts, we should get free Graders.
Or if there's 4 or 5 home runs in a game.
I'm so down.
Because I love La Rosa's, but sometimes the pizza we could we can mix it up.
When I think of Cincinnati, I think of Grippo's chips and Graders ice cream.
That too.
Grippos. You got to mix in the occasional UDF too.
Yes. And then
I told a couple of my college friends about UDF, and they're like, "Why in the world would you ever get ice cream from a gas station?" I was like, "You don't understand." I was like, "You don't know it. You have to try it before you're allowed to slander me."
Yeah, I mean, come on. Or at least around where I'm living, they got all these Wawas, and everyone's talking up Wawas, and I don't see anything in that either. But come on, just give it a try. Everyone got their gas station favorites and stuff like that. But
And speaking of gas stations, I got a gas station right down the road from me that has probably the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Really?
What is it?
It's just a mobile gas station, but they have the absolute best pizza.
All right.
And I guess are you a Cincinnati chili fan? Skyline, Gold Star, any of it?
Skyline.
Doesn't matter.
Every time.
Skyline.
Okay.
I can't say I've had Gold Star more than once. I'm purebred Skyline.
It's good stuff. And then I guess final question from me. What would it mean to you if you were to get called up to the Reds major league team?
Oh, I don't even know if I can put it into words. That'd be awesome. I've been trying to get back to Cincinnati for so long that being able to do what I love and get back to the city I love, I'd be so excited.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome. Everything like that. I don't know if you want to pivot and talk. I'm guessing because you're such a baseball junkie, you've been watching the 2025 Reds season. I mean, they're playing right now as we're recording this as well. But what have been your overall thought? Yeah, shout out.
There we go.
Shout out. But what have been your thoughts for the 2025 ball club? What do you see out of them?
I mean, I have watched a lot since Sal came up. I just loved watching him do his thing. I love being able to turn on the TV and watch my friends. They're just doing what they love, and God, Sal's good. And being able to see him play and he's just launching balls at Busch Stadium. Ball doesn't go anywhere there. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So I mean, I like where they're at. They gave themselves a shot, and comes down the last 3 days. Just gotta hope for the best. Get them boys going.
Yeah, I actually had the pleasure of seeing Sal's debut on September 1st against Toronto, and man, the energy he brought was I think
infectious.
Yeah, the month of August was it was a down month, obviously, wins loss wise, but just energy wise, the Reds were kind of down. But just seeing him September 1st rounding the bases, touching home, he brought the energy that was kind of desperately needed, and hopefully it's enough energy to get us to the playoffs at this point. But
absolutely,
we're gonna find out soon. But
yes, we will.
Any thoughts on the pitching staff or the relievers?
I mean, Pagan and Santillan, and goodness gracious, those guys are horses.
Yeah, they're throwing a lot of innings this year.
They're out there every night. It's awesome.
Barlow too, every night.
Oh, every night. I love it.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Connor Phillips, just because his season that he had last year was just a whirlwind for him. Also, he starts out in Louisville, and then it didn't click for him. He goes all the way down to the complex league, and then he comes back up, becomes a reliever, and then in his last 8 games or 7 games, he hasn't allowed a run. So I mean, this just shows you, like, I've seen a lot of people like, oh, he's a failed starter, he's not any good, but every reliever is a failed starter, and you just have to fight through that adversity and be the best you can be.
Yeah, he's gross. I mean, I watched him in spring training a couple times. Goodness.
Really?
Oh, that sweeper of his. I mean, if you go watch it from behind the plate, you're like, I don't even know how that gets touched ever. Seriously. Like, he threw one in spring training that I was fully convinced was going to hit somebody in the head, and it was a strike.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, all right, I can't watch this anymore. I can't do that.
That's crazy. Yeah, especially with the journey he's had. It's great to see that he's on top of his game, best he could be. Because I mean, your journey has been just as has its twists and turns and stuff like that. So we're hoping for the best for you as well.
I appreciate it.
Seeing you up at the big ball club and whatnot. Rick, I don't know if you got any other major questions. I do have one more question that we usually end our interviews on.
I'll give you one more before you give yours.
Go ahead.
It's nothing crazy, but like, how cool is it seeing like your friends that you play with every day, get that call up to the Reds, and then to know that you're honestly not that far away too with the season you've had this year, and potentially that could happen next year. You got the stuff for it, you had the season for it, and it's not like you're some 18-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid coming through here. I think you're 26. You're not old by any means, but you're seasoned, as we would call it, and you had a really good season, and you're not that far up. How cool is it to see your friends go there and know that you might?
I mean, it's awesome because everybody in that locker room has the same dream, right? Like, you're going through 142 games in southeast United States where it's 1,000,000 degrees, right? Like, we were in Biloxi and it was 98 with 85% humidity. But you get to see like Sal round, as you said, Sal's round in third, sliding into home, gets up and he's screaming. Like, I saw that too, but I saw it in just like the middle of nowhere, right?
TV.
And then now I get to see it and see that everybody else is appreciating it, and like, you're like, dang, like, you have nothing but you're just so excited for him. That's really what it comes down to, is that you're excited for him, and now you get to go see him do it on the big stage. Well, I'm getting ready to play, but I mean, they're doing some important stuff right now, and when you get to see him contribute, like, you're just happy for him. And that goes too for guys that get called up to AAA. Like, we also watch, like, we're all checking in on them and we're talking, and even if you're not like talking to them directly, like, I mean, at least for me, like, I'm just checking in to see how they're doing. I'll send them a text every once in a while, and I mean, it was kind of like that for Chase too. Like, I got to talk to Chase quite a bit when he was in chat, and we still stay in touch every once in a while. But I just love going and watching him do his thing, because I mean,
he's a freak.
Holy cow! Yeah, yeah. Like, it's 12:30 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's throwing 100. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, that's crazy.
These poor hitters.
Little scoreboard update before you go, Roger. The Mets are trailing the Marlins 4-2.
Let's go.
So that's huge. That's huge. We still got to take care of business, but
Sandy's still pitching. Sandy Alcantara, is he still?
I believe so.
Didn't they push him back a day?
Yeah, he's in his 5th inning.
Yeah, they're looking to ruin the season.
That's awesome. Hey, you don't have to throw against the Phillies. Go throw against the Mets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But all right. We do really appreciate you, Trevor, all the time. I just got one last question before we wrap this thing all up, because we ask everybody that's affiliated with the Reds or Reds content space or fan or whatnot. Do the Reds win in your lifetime?
Will they?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. That's all. Yeah.
And it's going to be with you on the team.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
2026.
Hopefully we'll start this year.
Yeah.
Just give us a shot. That rotation is gross. Give us a shot.
Yeah, that rotation is unbelievable.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we definitely are looking forward to seeing you in the fall league. We're gonna try to cover the fall league, and also going into spring training as well. So we wish you the best and really appreciate you giving us this time to talk about your story and talk about baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on. And if you have any questions throughout the fall league, just shoot me a DM. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be great. We really do appreciate it. And we usually sign off our show by doing our usual Go Reds.
Go Reds.
Go Reds.